So the point is flourishing, right? Being in a space of joy, ease, liberation, knowing, living in awe all the time. So Marty Seligman, he is the godfather of the positive psychology movement. He wrote two books, Authentic Happiness, and then the book Flourish. And the book Flourish was a book I absolutely loved, and I absolutely recommend that you read. It's all about living the good life, not just maintaining, moving towards your highest potential. And this does not always feel good, right? So you could just sort of maintain like a smiley face, right? But that's not where true, authentic happiness comes from. And so, how do we flourish? He put together, what do you call that? An acronym called PERMA, PERMA. Positive emotion, right? Smiling, practicing gratitude. That's P. E, engagement, which is flow, having strategic efforts towards your goals. That's E. R, relationships. You have to invest the time to make them healthy. Acts of kindness. M, meaning, having a deep sense of purpose. And A, achievement. So that is PERMA, right? A little acronym for the roadmap to flourishing. And so the other thing that is super important to me and something I implemented maybe about 4 years ago is living in integrity with my virtues. So what does that mean, right? Do you know what your virtues are? Have you been able to identify them? Well, if not, I encourage you to spend some time. In fact, there's an online place, a survey place that you can go to. It's called Virtues in Action, Character and Strength Survey. Just Google that and it'll come up. I think it's called VIA. And you can spend about 15 minutes and it's going to give you your greatest virtues. And you're going to find yourself in the deepest state of flow, in the most intense happiness and enjoyment, if you are living in integrity with your virtues. But first, you have to identify that, right? Identify your core values. And then you're going to be able to create a life of meaning and begin to flourish. You feel best when you are engaging your top virtues. And then finding ways to do that on purpose, right? In your life's work, in your family relationships. I'll give you a silly example. You know, when I had my family over for holidays, it wasn't just about eating and drinking and whatever. We played games that engage in conversation, real meaningful conversations, just a little action item that made a huge difference and brought me into my integrity in such a simple event. And it makes a big difference for everybody involved, right? There's another way you can do this. You can first, let's take a moment, rub your hands together, put your hands into your chest. We're engaging our vagus nerve, which is in charge of our whole nervous system. And we want to just reset it and get into this very place in this very moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then slowly let it out through pursed lips. And you should be very engaged here. No lazy prayer position. Nice, firm arms. Deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through pursed lips. And one final beautiful breath. So besides taking the survey, you can do a little visualization. I want you to close your eyes and just focus on your natural breathing. And I want you to picture that you've walked into a funeral home. As you enter, you look around and you notice that everybody in the room is somebody that you know, somebody that you love, your friends, your family. And as you approach the casket, you realize that it is you in the casket. And you feel this beautiful sense of ease. And you start listening to what people are saying about you. What are those words? Is it courage? Is it patience? Is it wisdom? Resilience? Spirituality? Hope? Love? And so I'm just giving you a little taste of this visualization because I want you guys to spend some time today. And when you come back tomorrow, or whichever day you can come back, because I know some of you can come some days and not all days, I want you to report back to me. But if you already know these virtues, and it's good to have at least a top 5 solid that you can rattle off. And if you know these, put them in the chat. I want to see them. And if not, I want you to spend some time later getting engaged with understanding and knowing your virtues, aligning yourself, what you do every day, your actions with your virtues, your top strengths is going to give you the most joy of anything else that you can do. And then the number 1 virtue to be embodying your virtues is courage. Courage is going to pump energy into your virtues. Without it, our highest ideals will wither away. We have to have the courage to tell our body no when it's saying, I'm too tired, I'm hungry, I'm cold. We have to have the courage to move past that to our own truest desires. And hope and energy are the 2 virtues that are highest correlation, that have the highest correlation to flourishing. So I hope that that helps you guys have a little bit of clarity and focus onto your virtues. And I can tell you that I have probably been living deeply in my virtues for about 18 months. I'm 53 years old. So this was the big boom that I discovered. And it took literally having everything ripped out from underneath me yet again to learn that lesson and to be willing to really understand that concept, really identify my virtues, and set forth a life and a path that was living with integrity to my virtues, right? What do I want to do for a living? How do I want to be with my family? How do I want to have a relationship with my husband? How, all of it. That's how I prioritize. That's how I make decisions. All right. So we are now going to get into our mindset reset. So close your eyes, rub your hands together. Put your hands here, nice strong prayer position, and just do a couple more of those breaths. 2 more. And 1 final. And I will tell you that this 3-step, the 3-part breath is the most powerful way to reset at any point during the day. And it literally takes a minute. So as we journey towards a harmonious blend of professional achievement and a joy-filled life of inner peace, and we get our mind to vibrate in harmony with our soul's purpose, we're going to do this through breath, movement, visualization, and gratitude. I want you to remember that gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. We can no longer just talk about manifestation. We have to actually embody the actions that allow manifestation of our deepest desires to take place. So close your eyes and just get into your natural breath and be here right now in this present moment. I just got to put on a timer. Just connect to that natural breath. And begin to, hold on 1 second. Okay, perfect. Okay, connected to your natural breath. Put your hands in this position or in Gura Mudra, which is an absorption, receivership position. And we're going to begin breath of fire. And this is equal breath in, equal breath out with our eyes closed. And your stomach should be pumping in and out with each breath. So when you're breathing in, your stomach should be going out. And when you're breathing out, you should be pulling it back into your spine. It's very intense, very powerful. I had text all day yesterday. My arms hurt. I do this 3 minutes straight without stopping, 5 minutes straight without stopping. And it took me a year to get there. So take the breaks if you need them. Just come back to it and finish powerfully. That is my best advice. We're going to do 3 minutes, but we're going to take a break in between each minute. Close your eyes and let's start. We are beginning to cultivate that beautiful life force energy that is required to be operating at our highest level. And somebody asked me, when did you snap into place of being operating at your highest level? And I said, I didn't. I tap into it every day. I tap into my virtues and I tap into the highest version of myself. Come on, Bonnie. Everybody's watching you. You can do this. No breaks. Okay, just take a break and just breathe in and observe this beautiful energy that you've already collected and cultivated. And now let's go right back. And when your arms start talking to you, remember this is your body trying to take control of your life. Tap into that seat of consciousness and remember that your greatest desire is to live a life by design. How do you live a life by design if your body is telling you what to do? Deep, powerful breaths of fire. Fifteen more seconds. Finish strong. Bonnie, you got this. Bonnie is running for the House of Representatives in Florida. You need to be strong and powerful for all of us. Take a break. Get into your natural rhythm and begin to observe what you feel in your body, aware of the energy that is flowing, aware of the power that lies behind this energy, and be aware if we can move into power versus force, how much more flow we would experience in our life. And let's begin again, last minute. Keep those eyes closed. Focus on your third eye. Third eye is between your eyebrows. Huge power center for our bodies. Twenty more seconds. You got this. Take your power back. Take your energy back. Take control of your life. Live a life by design. Hold. Hold as long as you can. And release when you need to. And just sit with your hands on your knees. And begin to envision a beautiful golden light right here at your heart center. And if you like, you can put your hands here at your heart center or keep them on your knees, whatever makes you comfortable. With your eyes closed, I want you to begin visualizing a moment of gratitude. It could be a person, place, thing, just a memory of gratitude. Where were you? Who were you with? What were you wearing? What smells? What sounds? What emotions came along with this sense of gratitude? What were you grateful for? And what are those emotions that you experience? Begin to embody those emotions. And now start to dig deeper and find a second memory of gratitude. Dig deep. Where were you? What were you wearing? What happened? Who were you with? And what are those emotions around those moments of gratitude? Maybe you found out you were going to be a grandma. I know I have a few of you guys on here. Maybe you achieved that big deal that you worked so hard and so long for. Or maybe you just had a moment with your children that filled you with gratitude. What are those emotions? Embody those emotions and begin to visualize a third moment of gratitude. And it doesn't have to be a moment. I shared yesterday that every day I give many moments of gratitude to my hot tub. It's one of my favorite things in life, and I feel so blessed to have it and to be able to enjoy it. And so dig deep, but don't overthink. What are the little things? What are the big things that fill you with gratitude? And what are those emotions? Let's embody and tap into those emotions. And remember, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. And it's really hard to have a bad day when you are in gratitude. In this memory, where are you? What are you wearing? Who are you with? And what are those emotions? And with our bodies and our minds filled with the highest emotion of gratitude, I want you to now transition from the past to the present and imagine those goals, those big, giant, some are insurmountable goals. And I want you to envision that you have accomplished these goals. And when you do your daily mindset reset, it's okay if it's the same goals every day. In fact, it should be. So here you have accomplished this goal. What emotions are running through you? Is it relief, joy, pride, excitement? Embody these emotions. Where are you? Who are you with? What are you wearing? What sounds do you hear? What smells do you smell? And what are those emotions? And continue to embody these emotions. Begin to envision a second goal that you have now accomplished. You did it. All your hard work has paid off. What are those emotions? Begin to embody them. This golden light at your heart center is growing. It is flooding your entire body full of these beautiful emotions like joy and pride and relief and excitement. And this sense of achievement is filling every crevice. And this golden light is washing over your entire body. You did it. And just breathe in these emotions. And let them flood every thought, overtake every part of you. And now begin to envision a third accomplishment. And what are those emotions you are experiencing? Who are you with? Where are you? What is the weather like? What are you wearing? And how do you feel? We want to embody this emotion as often as possible. Tap into this space and stay tapped into this highest version of ourselves. We are our own superhero. I am the woman of my dreams, or you are the man of your dreams. You can just envision this beautiful golden light hovering now, moving from your heart center to above you, where it will continue throughout your day. And you can start to open your eyes. And I know there was some questions, although I don't see them, but I was texted that there was some questions, but I don't see them. So if they're there, team, please put them in. And if not, you can raise your hand if you have anything you'd like to talk about, or we have about 5 minutes because we've gone over. Bonnie, would you like to share anything about your experience? And while I get to the first question.
Well, those 3 minutes felt like forever. Shows me I have no upper body strength. I like the reflective golden light inside, and I know that when you're in a state of service or gratitude or giving, it always changes my day when I'm looking for those opportunities intentionally. So that reminder to start my day from there is a good place, instead of already ending up in a chaotic state and then trying to get myself back to a centered state. And I don't have a morning routine, so I appreciate this.
So that's one thing we talked about yesterday. It's so important to have not only a morning routine, but an evening routine. And then if you can, to create a buffer, right? Where you don't touch that phone, the text, the emails. My goal for the year is 12 p.m. and then to be done by 7 p.m. So now I do have some of my technology that I can get on where I'm not scrolling. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have, whatever, so that I can do some work if need be, because I have big goals, as everyone knows. So, but having a routine, and this is such a simple one, which is why no matter what, this was 15 minutes. You don't have to do 15 minutes. You can do 9 minutes. Each segment was 3 minutes long. You can make each segment 1 minute long. You can make each segment 5 minutes long. Try to keep them equal, making sure that you are cultivating a space of gratitude. And one thing that I was remiss, and I did it yesterday as well, is you then want to try to take this energy and spread it out to your loved ones, to the people in your community, to the people you don't like so much, all the elected officials, and share that. You cannot own that which you are not willing to give away. You never will truly own it. So the question that we have, I'm going to mute you, Bonnie. The question that we have is, how do you avoid distractions when meditating? So this is like the biggest question. Most people say to me, I can't meditate. As soon as I sit, I hear all this stuff. Well, congratulations. You are now aware. This is huge. This is progress. And so I have one of the greatest teachers, Guru Singh. He's my Kundalini yoga teacher training, but he's got so much experience in meditation. I'm an ordained Buddhist priest. I'm a meditation teacher. And I can tell you that I was teaching meditation for 6 or 7 years and still was not able to sit beyond 20 minutes. not alone, I understand what that feels like at 3 to 5 minutes. And he's just like, just bring a journal and a pen. Start writing down those thoughts, because now you are aware, and some of your greatest thoughts will come up in meditation. Don't fight it, right? So stop fighting it. Stop judging yourself when you are trying to meditate. And now know that this is a huge success, because most of us are going through life on autopilot, completely unaware of any of these thoughts. So that's that answer. Oops, we have one more question, and then I'm gonna go. What is emotional stamina? I think somebody asked this yesterday, and emotional stamina is the ability to move forward with hope no matter what. So no matter what life throws at you, you can alchemize it. One of my coaches, Brian Johnson, says, I eat stress like energy bars. My daughter Olivia, I think, is on here, and she laughed at me when I said that. But it's true. And look, at this point in my life, and those of you who are on here who know me well, right? I could be going, like, I could act like a victim, or I could choose to figure out why. Number one, what are the behaviors and actions that I am putting forth that are giving me these results, and or stop questioning what the universe is handing me and trust. As long as I show up and take action and move forward every day, whatever outcome the universe or God or whatever it is that you believe in has in plan for you is better than what you had in plan for yourself. So that's emotional stamina. Taking the shit burrito and putting salsa and guacamole on it and making it happen no matter what. And Lord knows I've got experience in this realm. And the emotional stamina was built up through repetition. Yes, repetition. Daily consistency of journaling, meditation, exercise, eating healthy, moving my body, gratitude. I have been so judgy. I'm going to end on this thought. I am so judgy. That is just who I am. And when I hear this, what's your word of the year? I'm literally like, word? Like, how could you come up with one word? There's so many things I want to embody, so many things I want to do, blah, 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 blah. And while I was in one of these judgy moments, someone said to me, how are you? And you know what? I thought, grateful. That is my word of the year. Because if I can answer that question every time without having to think, because we all stop and think when someone says, how are you? Right? I am grateful. I am grateful. That is where emotional stamina comes from, being in that place of gratitude. It's really hard to have a shitty day when you are in gratitude. I love you guys. Thank you so many of you for showing up. This is really good stuff. I have lots of great programs going on. Go to jonathanmara.com. I have some in-person. I have some online, one-on-one, whatever you need. You don't need to work with me to tap into me. And I love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you, Bonnie.